What is up, folks? Spirits Gaming. We are back with another exciting episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Week of the show up. Figure out what mods are good for you. And this week we have a cool week ahead of us. We're going to cover some really simple mods. Before we jump into anything, I want to say thank you, mod authors, and also thank you, community members. Mod authors, you guys are still coming up with new stuff, updating old stuff. I love to see all the work you guys have been doing. It is so cool. Thank you for that. And also, community members, thank you for the support. It really does mean the world to us. It's just truly, really awesome to see all the support you guys give. Thank you so much for that. But now we're going to jump into the mods. And the first mod is the Improved Hordes by Phil _. And this is kind of a difficult mod to show off because what this mod does is it makes it to where wandering hordes and stuff get ramped up the farther you progress through the game, to a point where, like right now, you see we've got a bunch of ferals and irradiated stuff around us, and cops and things like that have been spawning in like over there. There's also going to be screamers. They're going to spawn in more regularly, and you'll have just a whole lot more trouble as you progress through the game because of how this mod operates and the way that it generates hordes. Now, I don't know why those guys over there are just standing there. They should be coming at us. Oop, hey, lady. She just hopped her little happy self up here. But it's a really fun mod that you can also kind of customize a little bit and have the way that it plays out a little bit differently. You could take screamer hordes and stuff out almost entirely if you want, or you can leave them in. And it also makes it to where the level of horde progression scales not just based on your overall game stage, but also the biomes and cities and stuff like that. So if you play a lot in the forest, you're probably going to be a lot safer. You're not going to have a horde like this popping up until a very long time. If you play more in the snow or wasteland, you'll see hordes like this with a little bit more regularity starting at like a middle game stage. From the testing we've been doing, it seems by about game stage 100, which is around day 50 or 40 to 50, depending upon how you play, you're going to start seeing a lot more zombies like this in wandering hordes, or screamer hordes more accurately. If you turn screamer hordes off, you might not see these until a little bit later in the game stage and stuff, but it's still really fun to see just the cool amount of zombies that'll spawn from a wandering horde. And this mod will generate them just randomly. You'll walk into a city and see a horde coming by. It's not going to spawn a wandering horde right near you. It might be something you see as you wander into a city, which is really nice, like I was saying. It's a really difficult mod to show off in its entirety, though, but it is one that everybody I've talked to, everybody I know that plays with this, highly recommends, because it does really amp up zombie patrols, zombie patterns. Just the amount of zombies you're going to fight at any one given time can be either really low or really high. It leans more towards really high than it does really low, unless it's an early game stage type wandering horde. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright, folks, so this next mod is called Not Just the Speed Limit by Weird, and it's a small server-side mod that gives a minor increase to vehicle speeds so you can do a little bit faster, smash a zombie a little bit better, but also makes it so where the turbo or sprint or whatever you call it when you hold shift is instead more of a nitro, to where you get a smaller speed boost at the start as opposed to when you just hold it and go. Again, it's a small improvement. It does kind of make it a little bit more fun to drive a vehicle and then hit the shift button, because you're not, just holding it down the whole time, trying to go forever fast. It makes it just more of a use it, let it go, let it kind of, so to speak, recharge, and then pop it again. It's not super noticeable, though. You're not going to see a huge, big increase, but you're also not going to be draining as much gas when you use it versus the normal vanilla speed boost where you hold it down the whole time, because now the vehicle speed is about the same without it. So it's a trade-off. You get just a minor little increase when you push it, or just the vanilla speed just kind of goes... Wrong button. But yeah, it's just a fun little vehicle server-side mod I thought you guys would enjoy. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright, folks, so this next mod is the Sam's Building Stuffs by Saminal. And it's a cool mod that adds in some variety of building tools that have been overlooked for a little bit. It adds in a wood an iron and a steel version of bars. It adds back the wood log spikes all the way up to a steel, which you see the steel version has 7,000 hit points, does more damage, very well at defense. But it also adds in helper variants for the jail doors and bars. It adds a powered chain link variant, so you can actually have chain link doors and stuff like that down for power. It adds in a powered version of trailer doors, jail doors, bulletproof sliding door, trailer doors, steel shutters. It adds in a helper variant for the house doors and stuff like that, all the commercial doors, elevator doors. It's a small thing, but instead of having to try to craft a whole bunch of different kinds of doors or anything like that, if you just type in door, you can see these ones here with this little symbol in the top right corner. Those are the helper variants that you can just craft what you need and then select the version you want as you are going through and doing your stuff. And you can see if we type in power, we know how to spell powered. You see we've got chain link doors, commercial bulletproof sliding door powered, elevator doors powered. It adds in a lot of really cool stuff that really does help out with a lot of the different kinds of variant doors, instead of trying to go, well, which one do we want to craft, which can be kind of confusing for a lot of people. It's just a nice little small server side mod for base decorations, mostly is really what it's for. But they are kind of nice with the decoration, and I don't want to say decorations, but the utility build piece items you can build, like these chain link fences, chain link doors, because I mean it matches really well with this. I really like it, but this is the powered version, unfortunately, whereas that's the jail door. Should have pulled out the regular chain link fence to show you guys, but it's still okay. Having a powered chain link fence can still be kind of cool, because you can still shoot through them if there was a zombie on the other side. Like if we go ahead and we freeze the AI, but we spawn in a spider dude and let him sit there, we can still shoot him through the door, which is why I like it. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the last mod. All right, folks. So I know you guys have seen the HUD as we've been going through this week's videos, but this is the super simple UI by Revenant Wit, and it's an awesome server-side HUD that is really customizable, because not only do you have the UI that you can tweak. If you hit tab, you come into your inventory here. We actually have these little buttons down here underneath our icons for our health, food, water, stuff like that. Well, right now, if we hit default, that's what we look like. If we hit vertical, it just turns it all into little bars that go up and down. We can hit radial and give ourselves super cool looking little circles there for everything, or we can hit none and hide it all together. Or we can go back to default and have it how we want it. And as you see, there are different little buttons to give you different information, where it shows the AI is stopped, death penalty, or you can turn off the explanation and just use the icons. It's really cool to have it like that. I like the simplistic design of this, but there's also a tool belt that goes with this, where you can customize the layout of the tool belt. You can customize your backpack with 60 slots to 120 slots. You can set it to where, I actually forgot that I had another mod that does lock inventory slots. So I've got 2 here. That's why you see it looks the way that it looks. But you can increase the vehicle storage by double the normal values. So by the time you get to the gyrocopter, it's got like 90 storage slots. Or you can just use an XL storage mod with the UI that has every vehicle with 90 storage slots. You've got lockable vehicle storage slots. You can have the no party on the screen. I don't have anybody available to test this with at the moment. That's why I can't show it for you. But we have played around with it in the past, and it does work really well to not have it there. You can have no location pop up, so instead of having this popping up there on the side, you can turn that off. It's just, all in all, this is a really super cool customizable HUD to make it how you want, to make everything be what you want, more or less. You can increase the crafting queue. You can increase right here. You can increase the crafting queue. You can increase the forge input slots to 3 as opposed to 2. It's very, very customizable, very fulfilling HUD to play with and use. And I've actually been liking it more and more as I've been playing along, because it does really does look really nice Keep hitting the wrong buttons. I'm sorry, folks. If you click radial, I like this cleanness of it. I like the way that it looks, and this has kind of become my default when I play now, using this HUD, because it's just, I don't know, it's just something about the way that it looks just really grabs my attention, and I think it's going to grab yours as well. But with that, folks, we are done for the week. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you had fun. If you liked the episode, go ahead and like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But have fun, take it easy, and we will see you next time.